Hey, what's going on, guys? Real quick, before we get into the video, I just want to let everyone know that at the end of the video that you're about to see, that's when I'm going to officially announce and explain the giveaway that I'm doing for the $150 tackle package. And I'm also going to do a much more thorough inspection or I'm just going to show you guys what's actually in all of those bins that I have been teasing in my other posts. So you guys will get to see what you actually have to choose from. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see all of that and enjoy today's video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Jake and this is the Cast Craft Fishing YouTube channel. In the comments of my last video, there were several people that were saying that they looked forward to hearing more insights on my choice of baits. And I want to be one of those creators who, when their viewers ask for something, they get it. And first off, the amount of comments and positive comments that I got on that video in relation to how many views it got was absolutely amazing to me. Like, it's crazy that I got that much engagement on my first actual long form video. So thank you guys so much for that. Like, I'm a tiny channel, but the amount of support that I got from you guys was it was very humbling and motivating. So thank you guys so much for that. So like I said, we're gonna do a little tackle talk video. We're gonna do my top 5 early summer bait choices when I go fishing. And I'm going fishing this coming Saturday at a new lake, and I'm probably gonna be throwing the very baits that I'm about to show you. And I wanna preface everything by saying that I am not a professional fisherman, and I like to think that I do not cater to the hardcore touring tournament bass fishing crowd. I think that I represent more of the fun fishermen to the slightly serious fun fishermen. Like, I do this for fun and because I love it, but I want to catch fish as well. But I don't want to go fishing for 8 hours throwing a drop shot because my livelihood depends on me catching fish no matter what. When I go fishing, I want to catch fish on lures that I enjoy throwing. And the way that I choose lures is very simple compared to most people, I think. I generally choose my technique based on the season and air temperature and water temperature. That's what I choose my technique based on those factors. And then I choose my color based on wind and water clarity, usually, and sunlight, how much light there is. So that's how I choose what kind of baits I'm gonna throw and what color of each bait I'm gonna throw. And for as far as the colors that I buy, I keep that simple as well. I generally go for one bright colored bait, whether it's bone or white, or just any bright color, chartreuse, it doesn't matter. I go for one dark colored bait. So black, green pumpkin, usually black, some form of black and blue, something like that. And then I like to have one natural colored bait. And that covers a pretty wide spectrum of conditions that I can be effective in. It's also pretty standard at the same time. Dark lures on dark days, bright lures on bright days. If I'm fishing ultra clear water, I'm gonna go for something that's more natural, possibly opaque and transparent. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I've narrowed it down to 2 top waters and 3 subsurface lures. I've got I don't have the water column completely covered from surface to bottom, but I've got 85% of it covered. So we're gonna start off with what's probably my absolute #1 confidence bait in the world and my absolute favorite bait to fish, and that's gonna be a buzz bait. And I've selected I've selected 2 lures, at least 2 lures in each category, just to give you guys an idea on what type of lures I think are the best in each category. And the buzzbait is my absolute favorite fishing lure of all time to throw. I've caught more fish on a buzzbait than any other technique. Like, I can remember for years going to this pond down the road from my house every afternoon after work, and we would fish for an hour or an hour and a half and catch 50 bass every afternoon throwing a buzzbait in the middle of the summer. I mean, it's so much fun. And I still have a ton of luck on this lure. So this is the Megabass Jamaican Boa. As far as which one of these is actually my favorite buzzbait, I'm not quite sure. It's probably the Jamaican Boa, just because I tend to like larger buzzbaits. These are both a 1/2 ounce, but as you can see, this is a much larger bait. It's a much bigger profile and silhouette. But yeah, this is the Jamaican Boa. It's I can't remember what the color is called, but it's like a green pumpkin gillish color. And the other one is the Teckle Max Squeaker. And this is another, I mean, this is a really good buzzbait as well. They're both JDM. This is in a shad color. Like I said, one light colored lure, one dark colored lure, one natural colored lure. But let's be honest, there's not really anything natural about a buzzbait. But yeah, that's my first choice. If I could choose any lure to catch them on, it's going to be this one. I love this lure. All right, and my number 2 choice, we're just going to go ahead and knock both topwaters out first, is going to be probably a topwater walking bait. And remember, guys, I said that I'm not a professional fisherman, and I'm not picking lures to catch fish in a tournament to pay bills. I'm just picking lures that I want to fish that are also going to catch fish. And these work well. Like, I catch fish. I don't get skunked very often, and I do pretty well with my choices. So this is a topwater walking bait. This is a Megabass Diamante in Bawako Cleargill, I think is what it's called. I think I'm going to film some B-roll of each one of these baits just to give you guys a close-up of what they look like. This is more of a loud, kind of obnoxious, rackety topwater walking bait. You can probably hear that. It's pretty loud. But I've got probably 4 or 5 of these. I've caught a ton of fish on them. And if it's a little bit more calm and the water is a little bit more clear, I'm going to choose something like this over the buzzbait. But if it's pretty windy and the water is a little murkier and there's less visibility in the water, then I'm going to pick something like the buzzbait. If it's very calm and there's hardly any wind on the top of the water, I'm going to choose something like this. This is another Megabass lure. This is the Giant Dog X. If you watch a lot of fishing content online like I do, you're going to see tons of people talk about this fishing lure, about how great it is, one of the best topwater walking baits ever made. I've caught a lot of fish on this thing, but I've caught way more fish on this one. But yeah, it's more of a finessey topwater, less wind, less noisy, but it works really well. It's like a very serpentine action in the water. Yeah, it's another good choice. Moving on. All right, moving on. My number 3 choice, we're gonna venture below the surface into the mid water column. Whether that's 1 foot below the surface or 5 foot below the surface. It's really hot. It's like 95 degrees outside in Indiana right now. Like, I'm having to pause after every lure. I'm having to pause to wipe sweat off my face. It's so hot in this barn right now. But my next choice is going to be some form of bladed jig. I have tons of bladed jigs, and I'm sorry to say, but there's only really 2 bladed jigs that I fish. One of them is the jackhammer, and believe it or not, this is not my favorite, but it's my second favorite. So I have the jackhammer. The color choices are the same across the board. 1 bright colored lure, 1 dark colored lure, 1 natural colored lure. So you see a gill right here, And this is a 3/8 ounce for fishing more shallow. Everyone knows when it gets really hot outside, the bass are gonna relate to shade or heavy grass or deep water channel, creek channel, stuff like that. So if I'm fishing around a grass edge in relatively shallow water for the bass that are in grass, I'm gonna grab something like this. If I'm fishing thicker grass and I actually want to fish through the grass or in slightly deeper water around grass, I'm going to pick something like this. This is the Bass Puzzle Grass Piece Flex, and I fish both of the grass pieces, the non-flex version and the flex version. This one's in 5/8 ounce, so it's quite a bit heavier. It's also in a gill color. You can see it's got a brush guard. But I've had more, this is probably my favorite bladed jig. I've caught more fish on these than I've caught on the jackhammers. I know they don't have the same reputation as the jackhammer, but I've had tons of luck on them. Yeah, I mean, it's different, but it works. I've caught a ton of fish on this thing. If I'm fishing thicker grass, I'm gonna grab this over the jackhammer. Okay guys, my next choice is around the same area, the same depth in the water column, and it's gonna be an underspin. And you can put whatever you want on that underspin. Anyone who watches my channel has probably figured out by now that I'm an absolute Working Class Zero fanboy. Mike Gilbert, if you're watching me, I love your baits. I have an idea for the best color ever. But yeah, I'm a Mike Gilbert will never see this, I'm sure. But I fish underspins with the Citizen Micro on them, catch tons of fish on them, and it's a small bait, but you can buy different weight underspins, and then you can stick tungsten nails in them, and you can fish these from 6 inches below the surface to 5 or 6 foot below the surface. It's up to you, and everywhere in between. That's why I like soft swim baits, is because they're so versatile. But yeah, I have tons of these Citizen Micro, tons of packs of them, multiple colors for multiple conditions. Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites to throw. All right, guys, and our last choice, is we're gonna go deep. So most people, I think, most people's top 5 lists for this time of year is gonna have a deep crank in there, something that gets down to 15 to 25 plus feet, something for getting down there in that cooler water. And I used to fish deep cranks, but I've actually switched, and I don't know if a lot of people do this. I'm sure a lot of people do this, but this is just my choice over a deep crank. This is what I like to do, and that's gonna be to grab some sort of soft swim bait. It doesn't really matter. A bigger soft swim bait doesn't matter if it's 7 inches, 6 inches. Doesn't have to be a Working Class Zero Citizen, obviously. Citizen is what I like to fish, but you can use the Dangerous swim bait. This is the shallow version, but you can fish this deep as well. Stick nail weights in it. It doesn't matter if it's a Mag Draft or or another Working Class Zero bait, a Heckler. You grab one of these things, put a beast hook in them, load them up with nail weights, and you can fish them down to 30 foot deep, and just cast them out, feed it line until that thing hits the bottom, and then just slow roll it. Just slow roll it, and you're pretty much dragging it across the bottom. You want to feel that thing making contact, and that's another one of my favorite ways to fish. That has been my top 5 baits for early summer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and everyone who watched my last videos, and everyone who has watched my shorts, and especially the people that have subscribed to my channel already. Thank you guys so much. I know that my channel is tiny, but I want you guys to know that I am beyond grateful for anyone who clicks the subscribe button on any of my videos, anyone who takes the time to watch any of my videos. Thank you so much. But thanks for watching. Until next time, my name is Jake. Peace.
So this is the official announcement of the giveaway that I'm doing. The giveaway is going to last until this channel has reached monetization, which is not going to take all that long. Once we reach the level of monetization, I'm going to select the winner on video. That way no one can accuse me of any funny business. Once the winner is selected, I'm going to reach out to them and I'll give them a few days to get back with me. If I never hear from them, then we'll move on to the next person. But I want everything to be on video. That way there's no funny business. We're going to go ahead and do more of an in-depth look through all of these boxes that I have to show you guys what you have to choose from. But you can either pick $150 worth of tackle out of my tackle collection or a $150 Tackle Warehouse gift card, one or the other. All the baits that you're about to see in these boxes are all brand new. They're never opened, so you're getting all brand new tackle. I also have 2 Metro Glides that you can pick from. If you choose a Metro Glide, that's the only bait you're going to get because those are $150 a piece. But let's just go ahead and go through these boxes. This one has a bunch of dice in it. You can pick dice. We've got urchins, dice, spark shads in here. A bunch of swim baits. We've got dangerous swim baits. I'm pretty sure every size of dangerous swim bait. Mag giraffes in here. Kitex. Nothing but Crush City in this box. I think these are all freeloaders of different sizes. Yeah, and then we've got mooch minnows over here. I think these are all 4 1/4 inch mooch minnows. We've got janitors, pig sticks, bronco bugs. There's not a lot in this box. A few hard baits. There's a Middo Pico, limited edition. Where's it at? Limited edition Vision 110 +1. We've got football jigs, jackhammers. There's some terminal in here. There's a bunch of these are pretty hard to get right now. There's a bunch of treble hooks in here. Just some random stuff. Jigsaws. What else? This box is just a hodgepodge. These right here are all Sakamata shads. Everyone knows how hard those are to get right now. I think they're all 4 1/2 and 5 1/2s. Bunch of bellows gills, bellows shads, elastomer bellows gills, big boy bellows gills, there's some fuzzy Senkos, Great Lakes Finesse, Hog Farmer, a bunch of 6 cent stuff. There's a little bit of Z-Man stuff over here. And then on to my favorite baits. So this box has nothing but gutter toad death wishes in it. Then we got a whole bunch of packs of Citizen Micros over here. I think there's 3 different colors there. Heckler, Battle Shad, and then this box is all Citizen 6s and Citizen 7s. That's the only thing in this box. So if you want to win this tackle, all you have to do is be a subscriber to my channel once the channel reaches monetization, and maybe you'll win. See ya.